Equality. Equality is an abstraction. 1 equals 1 only in mathematics, where we can make a thing equal to itself and or eliminate all characteristics of a thing save for the value it represents. Numbers, like ideas, exist outside of nature, although they are contained within what we call the mind. Ideas only become real through action. The mind acts through the body. Men and women are natural beings and as such are incapable of equality, because equality does not exist in nature. A thing and its equal will not do, because sexual reproduction requires a thing and its complement, the egg requiring the sperm for the completion of its purpose. The human being is a result of complementary halves uniting to achieve their full expression. This final form is conscious, as we understand the term, and capable of expressing this consciousness in myriad ways. Art, science, play, and war are effects of the mind working through the body to produce a desired effect. Sex is yet another effect of the mind, as is the sexual display. This display can be, while it is not completely, reduced to the expression of power. We engage in a game with a common goal, but we employ different strategies in order to score. Female power is somewhat intangible. Women are the selectors and thus the chief judges of the species. Absent force, genes deemed undesirable will not propagate. The display which conveys this power and the means by which this power is expressed is sexuality. The universally recognized signals of fertility, such as facial symmetry, healthy skin, full breasts, and most importantly, a hip-to-waist ratio as close to 0.7 as possible. A variety of mechanisms exist for the enhancement and or modification of these signals, including tools to broadcast signs not just of fertility, but sexual arousal as well. Flushed skin, dilated pupils, erect nipples, and even swollen genitals can be, and often are, artificially reproduced. Male power is tangible. Men are the electors of the species, as well as the chief providers of resources and security. Men collectively decide what alpha is, and typically, though not always, women select from the pool of best men who will pass his genes into the future. The male display is the expression of his resources, or ability to acquire resources, along with a similar but unique set of visual cues which indicate reproductive fitness. Fine clothing, above average height, a well-groomed appearance, and clean teeth indicate a combination of material wealth and good genes. Women have their own ratio in mind when evaluating men, who are viewed as most physically attractive at a shoulder-to-waist ratio of 0.9. Men have their own way of altering and broadcasting their power. Things like heel lifts, fine watches in vehicles, hair plugs, and even artificial muscle enhancement are widely available for men wishing to enhance their image. There are even forums devoted to teaching men how to fake masculinity to fool women who don't know the difference. We aim at equality because it feels good. Perhaps it would be a good thing if all men were tall and beautiful and all women had six-figure salaries. Currently, the only mechanism for achieving equality being explored is redistribution, which only impacts male power and beauty, as beauty and fertility cannot be taken by force via taxation or other means. The natural response to a concerted effort to undermine male power is to identify the source of female power and work to diminish it. Men, recognizing fertility as the power of the woman, will take aim at sexuality for maximal impact by, quote, going their own way, end quote, or actively suppressing it a la Islam. Women will begin to ostracize those girls who give it away for free, dress provocatively, or diminish the value of female power. Women who have earned their place among the top earners will become more adversarial when it comes to redistribution of wages, just as men have. I expect high-status men and women to swing toward the right wing socially and economically, as low-status men and women slide further to the left. The answer to this problem is not straightforward, and efforts to compare oranges and apples are in vain. Female power is under threat by thoughts, and male power is under threat by the state. I tend to believe the answer to most problems is more freedom. In this instance, the freedom to keep the resources we work to acquire and to associate with whom we please are of critical import. So long as we can abort babies at will, and the government can tax wage earners to pay women for having fatherless children, the value of modesty will diminish because hoes can be hoes without the burden of responsibility. Thank you for watching. If you found this to be valuable, please like, share, and subscribe.